Is there a light flashing?
There's just a light.
Okay.
Should it be flashing?
No.
Hello,
Hello?
doctor. Don't label me.
Andrew.
Wow. You've thought of that on the spot?
Does it sound echoey in here?
No.
A little bit?
No. Do you want it to? No. No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. It sounds not as clear as it could be.
Could that be user error? Like you're garbling your words?
No.
Okay.
Thud, hollow, empty.
Those are the words you're titling me with?
No. But that's funny.
No, it's not.
Do you know what those words are?
I thought insults.
Oh, no.
Thud, hollow, empty.
Yeah. Just look it up. Rosenhan, thud, hollow, empty. Look it up.
No.
Why not?
There's zero chance of you remembering that as soon as the door's open.
Okay.
If you want to revisit it and bring it back to me and explain it to me at some point, cool.
Okay.
My turn?
Maybe you are thud, hollow, empty. Then, yes, I was describing you.
Okay.
Or Rosenhan. Did I say Rosenhall? Rosenhan, I think.
Ha! Idiot. Way to get it wrong. What is it?
Those were the 3 words that people went to psychiatric asylums, said those words, and they were immediately taken in as inpatients and diagnosed with schizophrenia. They only said them once. Some people lasted a few days, week. Some lasted, I think one person total, like 54 days.
Hang on.
It's part of a research study.
Okay, but why in saying those words did they become inpatients?
Because it was just a huge, I don't know, it's just a big jab at psychiatry back in the day.
That did not help clarify at all. So, okay. So paint a picture for me here. I'm talking to you, my psychologist.
Yeah.
And I say the word thud or hollow.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I should have added a little more. They were hearing voices, auditory hallucinations, and those were
you should have added that.
Those were the 3 words. That was it. That's all they had to say. Nothing else. They could use their background, history, everything else. Nothing else was changed other than they heard one time a voice say those 3 words. That's it. And they were admitted.
So the voice said those words, not the patient said those words.
Yes.
Is psychology a real thing? Or is it a made-up profession? Because right now, I am leaning towards make-believe.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? So
I'm talking about an experiment that happened that was just showing how psychiatrists, we're not talking about psychologists, although it was a psychologist who did the study, but it was psychiatrists who, all of them but one, was diagnosed with schizophrenia. The other one, I believe, was diagnosed with bipolar disorder.
I must be thick. I'm going to look up Rosencrantz and Guildenstern later, and I'll learn all.
Oh, that's amazing! But that's something completely different. Have you not seen Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead?
I have.
Okay,
and
that's
fantastic. Every second of it.
Oh, that's fantastic!
What?
Isn't it Emilio Estevez?
No, it's like Kenneth Branagh and someone else.
Even better.
This is way off course. Ironically enough, there's a word I'm going to use in my question, which is going to be nowhere near what we're doing right now.
I was going to sing a Coolio song today.
It's a tribute to the GOAT.
Hit him high, hit him high, hit him high. You
Space Jam?
Yeah.
Out of all of the songs that you can pick from Coolio as a memorial, you picked Space Jam.
You know why? Who else sings it with them?
I don't know.
My man.
LL Cool J?
Yes, he does. Everybody thinks of
Basketball head.
Everybody thinks of Gangsta's Paradise.
No.
So.
1, 2, 3, 4 is a way better song.
Okay. Well, whatever. Oh, Cool J sings that one with him. And Space Jam's pretty awesome. So
the original. Second one apparently is brutal.
I didn't even know there was a second
It's got
one.
LeBron in it.
Oh, the first one's good.
All right. We should get going here. I got places to be today. I'm a busy man.
It's too bad I started with that because I was going to complain about our teenager, but that's okay. I can complain another day.
Oh, please. Here, hang on. What do you want to talk about?
Well, it's your question.
It's your world. I'm just living in it.
Yeah. She's just very offensive. Tell me I live in the 1900s. And I said something about...
Is she wrong?
Yes, she's wrong. I wasn't born in the 1900s. I was born in the 1970s. Very different. 70 years later. But I said something like lowdown. I'm going to go and get the lowdown. And she's like, oh my God, you're so old. But I did get a rundown. Shipping. Didn't know what shipping meant. Basic.
Please explain it to our audience member.
I don't think. No, it's okay.
All right. Because you can't explain it well. Because I was there.
I can.
It didn't make sense.
Shipping. We group them together. Like Zendaya and Tom Holland. We put them together, a little group.
People ship Zendaya and Tom Holland.
People ship them, sure. Basic.
Basic's been around for a while.
I never heard of that before until
because
recently. Snatched. You look snatched.
That's not a real thing.
It is a real thing. See? You don't know.
No,
I know now. I'm in the know
we
now.
We use that for something wildly different.
I know. I was explaining that to Maya, and then she's like,
you
"Oh my God, you're so old."
Oh my God.
Oh, well, I said it meant like you were dating somebody. What is yours?
Yeah, no, that's absolutely what it means.
Yours is something.
Zero chance I'm explaining what
I think use it as a noun.
Can we just go back to how bad our teenager is?
Okay. And there was another one too. What was it? Pick me. Pick me boy. You said pygmy like a little person.
And
like
I was about to again. Sorry, it's pick me?
Pick me, yes.
Not a pygmy.
Not a pygmy.
Okay, what's pick me then? What's a pick me guy?
Well, I've heard two things. Maya told me it's like a brown noser. Like pick me, pick me.
Okay, makes sense.
That totally makes sense.
Very literal interpretation.
Yeah, so that's the thing. She might have overly been literal with it. But on the other hand, the other version that I heard was like trying to score as many chicks as I can, or guys, whatever.
This generation is not good at labeling things.
I know.
Like,
rad, we knew. When you said rad, we knew what that meant. Exactly.
You were rad. And some of us heard it more than others. It's okay.
What was the stupid one you said? I'm like, no, I never said that. There's just one the other day.
There's never been a time in my life that I've used anything that could be, I've never said anything stupid. So I don't know what you're talking about.
You totally did. I'm like, I can't believe you actually used that. I'm like, you used that when you were a kid? And you're like, yeah. I'm like, that's dumb. I can't remember.
Are you not the person that tucked her jeans into her socks?
That was the 80s.
Your Honor, I submit for your consideration and the court's consideration.
That was the 80s.
Exhibit
Okay.
A.
Did you squeeze them tight and roll them?
Nope. Because I'm a real man.
That was the style in the 80s. I'm sorry. It was with big slouch neon socks.
Oh, strike two. Like, you described two things that never occurred in my life like they were commonplace. What did you guys do on the south side of town? Like, you were a different planet. You must have been. You're on the wrong end of the water treatment center. That's what's going on there. Okay, we better get to this.
We should.
These shenanigans. So, as parents, what do you feel is an appropriate amount or not of restrictions or rules to place on things purchased by your child? So I'm not talking magazines or candy or anything like that, although that's always pretty restricted anyways. But
the candy's driving me nuts, though, on that topic. Every time I go down there, that girl has got like a 10-pound bag of something. One day it was like a Costco-sized Maltesers. And she's like, when I asked for one,
let's back it up.
Yeah.
Where do you think she found a Costco-sized bag of Maltesers if one was so inclined to go searching?
I have no idea. I'm assuming it's the little convenience store right next to her school.
Sells Costco-sized bags of Maltesers, you say?
Apparently.
I might need to go pick her up from school more frequently. It's talking my language. No, but okay, so, all right. You hate candy and yummy things is what I'm hearing. That's fine. That's a different topic.
I only need one nib, and not even like the full licorice size. Literally one tiny half-inch nib. I just need one. That's all I need.
Then we get gross half-eaten candies in our pantry for like 2 years. That little candy container of yours in the pantry is disgusting, especially when I pull something out and go, where's this from? And you don't know. I don't know where that's from. Well, it's your candy thing.
I only need one little piece.
All right. No, but so we have friends that have kids that have their own cell phones.
Yes.
Some have purchased it themselves. Some have not. Yes. We have a daughter that has her own cell phone that she did not purchase.
Yeah.
And we've talked about it before. That is not her cell phone. No. She is merely a user of, and at any point in time, it can go away. That said, I've never really had any grave concerns with how she uses her cell phone.
We've been good with laying down expectations early.
Because we're perfect parents, thus the podcast. Like, you keep saying it like people don't understand this. Like, we are killing the game here.
I thought we made up the podcast because of all the terrible, horrible things we're doing as a parent.
That doesn't play well to the demographics. You got to say that we're experts.
Well, I'm an expert parenting everybody else's kids.
Yeah, I know. And everybody reminds me of that. Well, your wife's the only smart one in the podcast. Oh, okay. We're here for color then.
Well, no, because parenting my own kids is BS.
Yeah, you're not great at it. But anyways, let's move on. Okay. So what prompted this conversation briefly you and I had was Maya now, we've talked about it. Maya has a job, has her own car. She is not old enough to register and drive the car. So it is currently registered to us, and I'm happy to do it and happy to pay the insurance because it gets her out practicing.
Totally, because all the speeding tickets go to you. That's why all my cars are registered under you.
Yeah, again, not my favorite way that you game the system.
It's awesome.
It's not awesome. But anyways, her car can't go fast enough to get speeding tickets. But the question is, as kids are buying their own things, more significant items, what rights do parents possess, or should they possess, in trying to, I don't want to say police it, right? Because we've never been helicopter parents, but she now owns, a vehicle capable of killing people.
Yeah.
Right. I thought you don't just get to go out in the world free and clear, but we didn't buy it. We didn't buy it for her. Right. So how do we monitor that? Or what do you feel we're responsible for in that situation? And I mean, we could start with anything. With the car is just an example, but I mean, a kid buying an N64, or I just completely dated myself. A kid buying a video game console system.
Oh, right? Is N64 old?
Super old. Like, almost, yeah. I am as old as the kids say.
Okay, I would have thought that that's a new thing. I know the very first Nintendo, first Super Mario.
No. They're making a new movie about that, hey?
The first Super Mario?
Well, Super Mario Brothers, and Chris Pratt is the voice of Mario.
Ooh.
No.
Oh, no?
They already have a voice for Mario. And it's me, Mario, with a really bad, horribly racist Italian accent. And Chris Pratt does not have that.
But is he not going to put on? I just assumed he's going to put on a Super Mario accent.
He sure didn't.
Oh.
It's basically the Lego movie with Bowser, is what it feels like.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, totally off topic. So, but kids buying their own things of significance without parents having to chip in. What is the parents' rights or responsibilities?
Well, yeah, because I can see the fight being, well, I bought it. It's my car. But okay, so if they buy their own drugs, does that mean they can come into the
what?
I don't know. I just thought of that. If they buy, just because they buy their own drugs doesn't mean they can bring it into the house and smoke it here.
Unless they share.
Sure, you do. But I just thought of that, right? But okay.
You're going to want to polish that one up before you drop it on the kid. Just so you know. I see where you're going. It's not quite ready for prime time to throw back at the kid if she comes at us.
Well,
Just work on it.
She wouldn't do drugs anyway. She's too scared.
Right.
That's a whole other episode. We can talk about that. But no, I think again, it's knowing what your non-negotiable. So what rules would we actually have on the car, right? I mean, anything illegal.
Yeah, those are pretty cut and dry. Like I say, if you break the law, there's legal consequences.
Well, this actually reminds me of a story of parents who, because I'm all about logical consequences,
okay.
right? Rights and responsibilities, or privileges and responsibilities, I guess. So if you've got the privilege of driving, your responsibility is to drive within the speed limit, right? Otherwise, you're going to get a speeding ticket, for example. And so parenting, I kind of think of it the same way. And so the example I have is, parents have a rule of no more kids in the car than what there are seatbelts. So if you only have 5 seatbelts, you only have 5 kids.
Yeah.
Right. Or you don't drive after midnight.
Right.
Or 100% drinking and driving, like 100%. That's definitely a red line that I've got. But, so let's just say it's the seatbelt rule and you catch them. And this is a story that I've heard. You catch them with 7 kids in the car. Well, you knew what the consequence is. It's revoked. We can't trust you to follow this responsibility. So therefore your privilege is taken away. And kid had bought the car and everything else. And he's like, what are you going to do? But they got one of those handlebar things that go across the steering wheel.
The old school ones. Yeah. The anti-theft things.
That locked the steering wheel. Yeah. And he knew. So that's, I think it was 2 weeks. It might have even been a month of sort of being grounded off the car until you can show us that you are going to follow the responsibilities that you have.
So that raises a good question. What would they need to do to show?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because
that's the story.
Yeah, fair enough.
So I think there's 3 pieces here that we need to chat out. And I don't know. And so I'm going to look to you for some input. Because my red lines, like for me, the seatbelt thing makes sense. I don't know if we've been great modelers about that, though. Okay, maybe me, but not that I drive long distances without children and seatbelts. And I will always make sure that other people's children always have a seatbelt.
Yes, you only put our children at
It's
risk.
usually our children who only for like a couple blocks who might be
they're
not seatbelted.
Technically, Alberta, I think up until recently, and they may have changed it, you could ride in the bed of a truck.
Oh.
But they may be trying to change that.
So for me, I think that there's some gray there. So I think it's the 3 things are picking out what are your non-negotiables, your red lines. What are the consequences?
And that's the harder part.
That's the hard part. And then the third is, well, yeah, in that case, I guess, how would we know that she has earned our trust again?
Yeah. So the seatbelt thing, I get it. I think naturally that car is so small, she can't have more than 4 people in it anyways.
Yeah.
But
I was just using it.
Yeah. No, but it is one I've heard before, right? Like, so I understand where that's coming from. For me, the non-negotiables are, and I'm not super worried about her, but drinking and driving, no, not even. And that would, to me, would be a near permanent ban.
Yeah.
Right. Like, because I would also look at it from the perspective of if she got busted, the cops, she's got a criminal record then.
Yeah.
That's a much bigger problem than anything else.
Would it be criminal?
Yeah, it is.
At 16?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like I don't think you go a different path for an underage drink. If anything, it should be more severe.
Is it erased though at 18? Like, it's not a permanent criminal record? I mean, 18, obviously, yes, but
mine never came off. I've got a permanent record. Not drinking and driving, but my speeding infraction.
Is it?
Yeah. So it doesn't count against my insurance, but there's a record of the fact that I was almost, because it was a near federal offense. Like it almost went on a permanent where I wouldn't have been able to travel out of the country if the judge decided to up
What did
the
you
punishment.
do? Just speeding?
Yeah.
How much? I sped all the time.
118 and a 60, nearly
Okay.
double.
Okay.
Yeah. And I went to court. I mean, you've heard this part of the story, but no, most people haven't. I went to court under the recommendation of the cop to plead guilty, right? First offense, it'll probably be a slap in the wrist. And I was in court with people there for assault, people there with B&E, people there for DUIs. I was the only person in probably 20 dockets that went through as I sat there before it was my turn. I was the only one that was issued a punishment. Everybody else was deferred. And I'm telling you this as a side because to me, there's a completely different component to it. But I got an 8-month fine or 8 months suspended license and a fine of either pay money or do community service. And the judge threatened me with increasing it to dangerous driving, which would have been a permanent record criminal offense. And thankfully didn't, but it taught me, I don't think it taught me the lesson the criminal justice system was trying to teach me, which was don't trust the criminal justice system when they tell you should get off easy and go in blind. I should have went in with a lawyer and done what all of those other bad people did. But anyways.
Well, what time of day was it? Was it like
morning? I was in the morning.
Okay, so you're in the morning, but was it right before lunch?
That I was in court or that I got caught?
No, that the judge, when you had to go in front of the judge.
It was close to lunch.
Okay, that's the problem. Because there's research shows as their day goes on and they're getting hungry and stuff, they're way more harsh than first thing in the morning or right after a break.
Interesting. Well, that I can verify that that's the case because I had a lawyer come up to me as I was waiting to pay the fine and, man, I've never seen a sentence that harsh for something like what you did. And I'm like, well, where were you 3.5 minutes ago when you could have spoke up on my behalf? But yeah, it taught me completely different. This is completely not related to what we're talking about with Maya. But for me, anything that she does that has a legal consequence trumps all else, right?
Yeah.
And it could be anything. Like it could be DUI for sure. Blowing over and getting 24-hour suspension. Yeah, you're going to be suspended a lot more than 24 hours by us. But those to me are less about the car and more about the lesson itself. Yeah, her behavior, what I want to correct. Accident, same thing. Like I don't want her to be one of those kids that ping pongs off of cars in parking lots because she's not paying attention or stuff like that. So I would take those pretty seriously. Just anything that showed me that she wasn't paying attention behind the wheel. Right. Those are the ones that I would be most worried about next to the legal ones. Now, what would we do about it? Yeah, I think obviously access to the vehicle goes away. And under the fact that you're a minor. Mm-hmm. The fact that you own this does not necessarily mean that you should. And we are now exercising that judgment on your behalf. Before
we get to the consequences, Can we still hash out some of the non-negotiables?
Yeah.
You've got yours, but I was just
sorry. Yeah, we can go back to yours. Yeah. The friends thing, I don't know what to say about that. Right. Circling back on that. I don't want a carload of kids because they're a distraction and they usually are the reason that something stupid happens, right? Mm-hmm. Like egging you on to do something you normally wouldn't. But I can't control it. Right. I don't, unless I put a dash cam on that only I can look at. How am I going to know if she has 6 instead of 4? Right. Yeah. So that to me is more an exercise common sense. I don't want people in there if they're distracting you. You need to tell me if they are, or you need to make the call. 2, cool. 3 passengers, I'd probably recommend that's the most. But again, that's not a non-negotiable. It really comes down to, the legal breaking the law and just being a bad driver.
What if she was consistently, we've never had to establish curfew. We've never really gotten there yet, I guess.
Yeah.
But if she was consistently, like you're expecting her home at midnight and she's consistently breaking that.
Yeah, then she loses her access to go to the house easily. I mean, obviously she could still get out of the house anytime she wanted and go do whatever. But
so would that be related to the car? Well, I guess we can get to
it. Certainly wouldn't be related to the car after I took it away from her.
Well, so that I guess I'm getting to that. Like, would you take away her privileges from the car for other infractions. So
no, I would likely no. Maybe if it escalated, but I would think like if you're coming home late from curfew and you A, understood what the curfew was, and B, had the means to get yourself home, i.e., you weren't stuck on traffic in transit or you weren't trying to get an Uber or something like that. Yeah, I'd have a conversation about it, but your phone would be gone before your car would be gone. Like you can't plan ahead well enough. I'm not giving you the opportunity to make the plan to go anywhere anyways. Give me your phone. Right?
Yeah, I don't know. Because I'm just trying to think of, so I guess this is kind of going into the consequences, but I guess to finish off the red lines, yeah, for me, any legal infraction certainly would be punishable. If she's not caught by law, then us. If she's caught by law, then she's already done it. You lost your license. I lost my license.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. I lost my license, but I still drove anyways. And my parents never stopped me. So although I don't know if they actually knew I lost my license. So there is a chance that I got away with it. But if we knew she lost her license, there is no way I'm letting her drive that car, even if she's already been punished. Because I'm always one, if you've been punished once, you don't need to come home and be also punished. But I would uphold the punishment, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know if I would hold on to that if there was the potential for her or others to be injured or hurt, though. Like that's a pretty severe. I'm not always of the opinion that the criminal justice system is going to do a good enough job. I think that's kind of my rambling story about my experience with it. It didn't teach me that they were bang on. It taught me that it was a vindictive system to those that don't stand up for themselves.
Right.
So I have zero faith in it. Now, would I uphold it? Absolutely. Like if you got busted, you got busted. There's nothing you can do about that.
But you didn't drive.
I drove twice.
Okay. But
it was at the lake. Like it was like on a back road in the middle of the country.
Yeah.
Willow drove more than I did during that year.
Right.
But yeah, I didn't have any additional punishments levied on me. That's for sure. Now that I think of it, you're right. Mom and dad never did anything extra. Dad was pissed, right? But even dad was he was pissed at the initial infraction. He was pissed that I got railed through the court system, right? And mom went on a tear, like calling the Minister of Justice and stuff in Edmonton. But yeah, that's a really interesting point because I never thought of it like that. Like in my head, I'm like, yeah, we should punish her, but yeah, I never got punished extra. Like I didn't have to make it up to my parents at the end of the 8 months before they'd let me drive their car again, right? Like,
and there's the thing with punishment. You didn't learn a lesson, the lesson that they thought that they were teaching you. Punishment doesn't do that. The only thing that punishment does is makes us resentful towards.
Well, 100%.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
the judge punished me harsher than anyone else. I don't think I learned a lesson. I think that judge railed me.
So the consequences got to be based on her behavior. And so it's dealt out based on her behavior. So if we get to consequences, I mean, we got to make sure we set it up beforehand as much as we can, because kids always pull stuff that we can't even foresee.
Yeah.
And so then it's like, okay, we're going to think about this. And I would have a collaboration. What would be an appropriate consequence based on this? I do think that.
See, because in my head, I'm like, yeah, I see what you mean. Like that needs to tie in. And if she gets caught speeding too many times, I got no problem putting a speed governor on that car. You are now locked at 50. Plan your trips accordingly because you cannot do crow child.
Right.
So we can get creative then.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like where this is going.
Yeah.
I like where this is going. Can we put one of those DUI blow into it before it starts things, even if it's not a DUI, just to annoy her?
Yeah, like that's the thing. So I don't think we could use the car. Just the same thing we can't, it doesn't make sense to me that people are going to take away something of a kid's that has nothing to do with, like, yes, take away electronics if it's interfering with everything else that they're supposed to be doing, not as a punishment, just as I'll take the screens away anyway.
No, we won't do that episode.
Yeah, I know. So I don't know. I'm feeling really dizzy. Like I'm like swirling around.
Is it just too much to take in right now?
I don't know.
Or is it the fact that you've got 16 layers of stuff on?
Maybe. I'm feeling panicky. So I'm sorry if I feel like incoherent.
Have I really pushed you on this one?
No.
A really insightful question is making it hard for you.
I'm just having a lot of physiological symptoms that are panicky.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how do you feel right now in terms of 1 being super calm and 10 being really panicky and not able to focus?
See, I'm not actually mentally anxious or panicky. I just have all the symptoms of stomach ache, dizzy, feeling like I'm like in a dream.
Do you think that monstrosity of a pizza that you made and just ate is playing a role in that?
That was humongous.
And it was disgusting looking. Your pizzas never look appealing.
Why is it disgusting? Because of the pineapple?
Just everything about it. It looks dry and unappealing every time you make it.
It's so good.
No.
It is so good. It's loaded. It's fully loaded. Like the crust can't even hold it all.
You need to make a pizza and take a picture of it and make it the photo for this episode so that when people get to this part, it and they'll make their own decision.
It takes a long time to make, but I will do that. Okay. So, but I guess, and we're just talking about the car, but for parents, this is an important thing. You know, what is it if our kids are buying a phone or buying their own video game or buying their whatever, can we put limitations? And so this is the conversation. So figuring out
the question is, can we?
What are the limitations? And then B, what is the consequence? So yeah, I think we both agree in this regard with the car, any legal infraction.
Yes.
That we catch her that she's not otherwise caught and punished for.
Or not punished well enough. Well, seriously, like if they give her a little, like if she got a DUI, I keep saying that, and I hope to God she never does, but they gave her a suspended sentence. No, my ass is going to make sure that she feels something for that infraction because that's a serious one. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying it would always happen that way, but.
So would you enforce like what a more serious punishment would be? Like you lose your license for a year?
Something.
You lose your access to the car for a year? Or, so would it be a time thing? I guess this gets to that 2 and 3. Or would it be, you got to earn my trust back thing?
Yeah, but I never understood those. Growing up, I had those conversations. Like you got to,
too wishy-washy.
How am I going to earn your trust back? Like you have a bad day and you could set me back and be like, well, I thought you were better than that. No, it has to be definitive. Like it has to be achievable and it has to be understood. So no, it would be more like, yeah, I'm putting a breathalyzer machine on your ignition system.
Right.
Which is harsh. You know, again, using the DUI like she's a degenerate, but you know, it would have to be I agree with you. It would have to be related to what happened.
Yeah.
But it would have to be uncomfortable, right? Like I'm not all about punishing really a lot, but if there's a lesson to be learned and it's because of a negative incident, I feel you should feel the discomfort that negative decision created.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to harm you. I don't want to make your life miserable, but I don't want you to think that there's no repercussion to what it is that you just did.
Yeah.
Right. And so, yeah, it would probably be spur of the moment figuring something out, but.
I love retribution.
Like?
See, it's tricky. So the easiest example is a true story where a kid pulled a fire alarm at school. Fires, even though the school called, right, said it was just a false alarm, they still have to come. The firemen still have to come.
Yeah.
So then we think of what could have happened. What if there was a real fire, but those firemen were caught up at the school checking out this false alarm, right? What could have happened? And so the kid ended up having to go, not just write a letter. He wrote a letter, but actually went to the fire station and had made sure that the chief was there and everybody else, and said his apology letter for wasting their time and putting other people at risk. So with a DUI, supposedly, I would assume somebody else would be in the car. Maybe it's a letter to their parents or a phone call to, I don't know. Like, I'm just kind of just to talk off the top of my head. This is why I think sitting down as a family and collaborating, because usually if we ask kids what they think the consequence should be, they usually come up with something harsher than we ever would have thought of.
Not Willow. Willow knows that game. Like she picked up on that the second we debuted it. What do you think it should be? Nothing. I'm good.
Or like, no ice cream for dinner, even though we don't even have any ice cream anyway.
Ice cream in the house.
But, you know, like I think that would be, and then the repercussions, because what could have happened? Well, you could have had an accident and it's usually your passenger that dies. I don't know, like that might be harsh, but that would be an example of retribution. You calling the parents or having a meeting and saying, I apologize. And then there's a huge natural consequence there.
Yeah.
Probably that kid isn't allowed to drive with you anymore.
Yeah. And I guess that's it. Like there's no specific thing for every situation. It has to be thought of on the basis of what just occurred. And yeah, I agree with you that there should be an involvement with the kids as well.
And I think it's, like the bedroom, right? It's their space, even though we pay mortgage. It's their, I do prescribe by it's their space.
Yeah.
We keep out of it as long as there's a door that can close until it starts infringing on us. So with the car, and, she can have it on the driveway or in the garage until it's leaking oil. Then you're out on the street, right? Or you can put studs on your tires for the winter tires, but you're not parking on the driveway and chewing it up, right? Yeah. And so I think the same, like with bedroom, it's fine until it becomes a toxic hazard place and maggots are growing. And
you always go right to the darkest spot.
Well, Maya did. She had maggots growing in her garbage can when she was a little kid. So that's why I'm shocked with how much candy she's taking downstairs now. Mind you, it was perishable food she had in her room, but it grossed her out. It disgusted her so much she never had food in her room again. So that was a perfect natural consequence.
Yeah, that's true. That's super gross. Yeah, I think that makes sense. I understand.
So I don't think that we can put tons of rules, but we got to figure out what those red lines are, right?
Yeah. I think if we're using the car as an example, because it's, again, for those out there, it's not necessarily just about cars. But in this instance, it would be, DUI, any sort of breaking the law, and texting would probably be the only other thing that I get upset about.
Yeah, distracted driving.
Yeah. Those would be the big three.
Yeah.
Everything else, it's like, use some common sense.
So what would you do with the distracted driving if you caught her?
Her phone would be gone. 100%.
It would be the phone.
100%. Because that's the mechanism that encourages it, right?
Right.
And the consequence beyond that is she can't listen to her podcasts then. She can't listen to her playlists, right? Because that's primarily how she gets her music and other stuff.
And how long would you take the phone away for?
Well, until she proved to me that she can get... No, I'm kidding. Great question. Putting a time on it is really tricky. I mean, it would be no less than a week, probably no more than a month. Right. And it would be an escalating scale, like a sliding scale up. If you got busted again, well, double trouble. You get it taken away for longer, right? Until you learn, or you just don't ever get it back. You want to text and drive, go buy your own phone.
Is the phone, well, yeah, because that's not teaching her. Is the phone completely taken away or just while she's driving?
No, it's completely taken away. Because I won't be around every time she's in and out of the house. Yeah. So to say, leave your phone when you go to work because you can't, how am I going to police that? Right. How am I going to, either of us, make sure of that? So yeah, I would say it's just a blanket. You're done. Mm-hmm. So you've got 15 minutes to send notes to your friends to let them know you no longer have a phone for the next month, and bye. And that's it. It's gone. But again, I say that never having had to do any sort of thing like that.
Yeah, I know.
Right. And I get it. Like, it's tied to her teams and it's tied to her work. And but that to me is the consequence. So maybe that would lessen the time. Like maybe the time wouldn't be more than a week, because when I think of all the things that she would need to be informed about in that week, it can be pretty detrimental.
Well, right? I think of like a docking station. Like you can access the phone just like now, right? We've got the one little area where all our phones charge. That's where you can access it. It does not come off of this counter. If you need to check your work schedule or your team schedule, absolutely fantastic. There it is.
Yeah, that's a good way of doing it. Yeah. So it doesn't potentially affect anything non-related to the incident. Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, those would be my big red lines. And playing shitty music in the car. Like,
what shitty music?
Anything top 40. I'd pretty much rip the stereo.
Like current day top 40?
Yeah. Because there's some trash out there.
Is there not good stuff that's on top 40?
Why would I sift through the crap to try and find it? No.
What if it's like Casey Kasem's top 40?
Well, that means she's listening to satellite radio and I have to pay for it.
Is that okay though? There's satellite radio with just current day top 40.
Yeah, there is. I know every time I get into your car. Hey, little miss, listen to the pulse. Yeah, you can't even deny it. Oh, don't blame the child. Don't blame the child.
I would listen to Fly or Chill.
Or Static.
Or podcasts. Usually that I listen to podcasts. If it's just me, I'm listening to podcasts.
Yes. It was on Fly the other day.
Yeah.
It's not a great station.
No. There's not a good one anymore. There used to
Willie's Roadhouse, man, never fails.
There used to be one that I listened to, which was fantastic, and it's gone.
Lithium is good. First Wave is good.
I liked Pandora.
Pandora Radio, isn't that now something different? TikTok Radio or something? Yeah. They always change that.
But like old school hip hop. Like a little bit of...
Oh, they used to have LL Cool J's Rock the Bells.
Young MC.
Yeah. Young MC is the greatest MC of all time, right? Who would you consider to be the greatest rapper of all time?
Greatest rapper?
Yeah.
Oh. I don't know. I think Childish Gambino is amazing.
Wow. I don't disagree.
I do like Eminem. Best white rapper.
No, you don't have to put white in front of him anymore.
Okay.
I mean, he is. He still is, but.
Yeah, I do like Young MC.
That is a wild card pick right there.
I know.
Wild
just
card.
Because I liked his songs.
I'd love to get you on a sway in the mornings and throw this list out there. Kid and Play, Young MC.
You know what? I liked Snow. I know you're gonna laugh at me for saying it, but I liked some of his songs.
This may be the greatest top 5 of all time.
I can't think of any other names though.
Well, you've covered the most famous ones in the rap game, for sure.
All right.
No Snoop, no Tupac, no Biggie.
Oh,
no Mace.
Biggie.
No Mace.
Biggie.
No, it's too late.
Nope.
Young MC took his spot.
No, Biggie. Hands down, washed everybody else away.
Wow. Wow. That's strong, eh?
Sometimes he would just hypnotize me.
Mm-hmm.
I love Biggie.
There you go. Took you a while to get there, though. I had to lead you to it.
Totally. I don't know why. Snoop I love as well. I do love Snoop, but Biggie is my all-time favorite. And I was so caught up in the whole Biggie Tupac East-West. Oh my gosh. That was like a huge piece of my childhood or teenage.
Someone posted a picture online and all the caption said was taken 3 days ago in some remote country. I can't remember what it was, but it was a picture of Tupac and the Queen in a Jeep driving away. Oh, man, it made me laugh. It was very funny.
Like in heaven together. Is that what you mean?
No, like they're both still alive and it was just, they fooled everybody. Because there's people that believe that Tupac is still alive. Yeah.
It's like Elvis.
He dead. I saw the movie. All right. So this really went off the path at the end.
Well, hey, we started out pretty good because usually our openings are atrocious.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true.
Anything else to be said about that?
No, she just better not mess up ever. Simple as that.
Yeah.
As long as she stays on the straight and narrow, doesn't embarrass me or the family name, she's good.
I think my only thing is as long as they are actually learning a lesson about their own behavior.
Yeah.
So how we set it up is going to be key. And
more so than even framing it as the consequences of your actions. I think the way you put it is a bit better in that it's not about the consequences, it's about the effect your behavior has on those around you or the world around you, right? Consequences will happen, sometimes naturally, sometimes not. But yeah, having to stare in the face of the result of your behavior or the potential result, yeah, I agree with you, is far more profound and impactful, right? Because all mine taught me was, like we said, it was to resent the criminal justice system and to always be on the lookout for cops.
Yeah. Like if that was that down a residential street that you.
Nose Hill.
Okay.
Right by Arbor Lake.
So then retribution would be going to each of those houses and saying, I am sorry that I potentially endangered your and your family's life. I mean, that might be extreme, but that's just an example, right?
I'm pretty sure what I got was extreme as it is.
Yeah. But you didn't learn a lesson.
Yes, I did. Not the lessons they wanted to teach me.
Exactly.
Yeah, down with the man. It was the man trying to keep me down. Because they didn't feel that a four-cylinder Ford Tempo should be in the thick of it like I was. But I was like Speed Racer.
Okay.
No? Nothing?
No.
All right.
I just thought of, what's that kid? Is it Astro Boy?
Yeah, what about him?
I don't know. Just whatever you just said. I just had a flash of Astro Boy in my head.
Did you realize that that's what Brian's nickname was for me when we were kids?
Is it?
Yeah. He used to call me, when we first met, that's what he called me, as Astro Boy, because I had long hair that I would pull back, and I have a natural cowlick, so it would always make the hair on one side flick out like Astro Boy's stupid triangle at the back of his head.
Oh, really?
So he would call me Astro Boy.
Yeah, like long hair to your ears?
Like almost to my shoulders.
But
yeah,
I've never seen a picture of that.
How many pictures of me have you seen? Probably the same 5 rotated.
Probably.
There's so few pictures of me. I'm not sure I'm not in witness protection. Like find a picture from the past year of me.
I got one.
You don't know. I'm like John Cena.
Do you have videos of you?
No. Why would I? That's a trail.
As a kid? See, I got nothing. I got the shaft. I was the firstborn. I got nothing. It's usually the second child who gets the shaft.
No, I was way too cute for that. Chris was stone ugly growing up, so I got all the pictures taken of me. Sorry. I'm kidding, Chris. I'm kidding. No, there's a ton of pictures of me as a little guy. That's not how I sat in the suit.
We got to be on video.
But yeah, it dried up pretty quick. Like after graduation, there's not a lot of pictures of me.
I saw you the year after you graduated. You did not
in person.
Yeah.
I didn't say that's when I had the long hair.
But you said you didn't have pictures until you had pictures up until graduation. So in that time,
It's not like I was doing photo shoots every day.
But I should have seen a picture then. Long hair.
Well, no.
Okay.
So wait a minute. Are you saying you don't believe that I had long hair?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
I mean, I don't know how to fight that because there's not pictures of it, but it exists.
Exactly.
Like I can call Brian and be like, Brian,
I can't picture you.
Did you or did you not call me Astro Boy for several years?
You started going, did you think of something else? Should we end this?
Probably.
Okay. Was there anything else though?
No. So quick recap. Actions have consequences. Don't pick crappy music. Heavy metal never dies.
No, you're not negotiables.
Ah, see, that was way more smart. Know your red lines. See how much listening.
Good day.
Bye, everybody.